Police in Pakistan have charged a man with cyberterrorism for his alleged role in spreading misinformation, believed to have triggered a spate of riots in the UK. Police have arrested a man named Farhan Asif in the city of Lahore. He's accused of being behind a website that claimed that the attacker who stabbed 3 girls to death last month in the UK was an illegal Muslim migrant, and the authorities have blamed the fake news for contributing to riots across the UK, some of which targeted mosques and Muslim communities. All right, for more on this story I'm joined by DW reporter Bish Javed here in studio. Bish, we talked about this a little bit. Why is a man in Lahore being blamed for these riots that happened in the UK?
Stephen, authorities in Pakistan say that an investigation by British broadcast network ITV led them to probe and then take this man, a 32-year-old man Asif into custody now. ITV investigation basically says that this man is believed to be behind this website, Channel 3 now, and just hours after this attack last month, in which a man stabbed actually a 17-year-old minor stabbed 3 young girls to death and injured 10 people. This website claimed just hours that and falsely claimed that a Muslim migrant was behind this attack who had illegally entered Britain last year, and the New York Times says that the British High Commissioner in Pakistan spoke with Pakistani officials, and according to New York Times it was the British government that had put pressure into Pakistani government to take this man into custody, who they hold responsible, at least in part, for what happened in the UK, them the rights in part responsible for the rights.
Do we know what the intent of this person was when he was posting this? Did he intend violence, can we say?
So, ITV investigation says that the website was, basically, had information that was exaggerating, a lot of, basically fake news, and that we actually have a sound bite of the police, if he can play that sound bite, and that can also give us a clearer picture of what happened. Okay, if we can play that sound bite.
The basic role in this vandalizing, which triggered him, was his article, and now he acknowledges this. He confesses that it was faked. He said there was no such fact and that he shared the information himself, and he is apologetic and should not have done it. There should have been responsibility, so we traced him, and since it was a case of cyber terrorism, we handed him over to federal investigators.
Okay, so that's the local Pakistani investigator. If I understand this correctly, this guy was just trying to make money by channeling more people to his website, and so he posts this thing, and then it turns out that it's a very violent event that comes about it. Is our officials saying that he holds the responsibility for this violent response? Is that what's going on?
So that's not what they're holding him responsible. Basically, they are accusing him of spreading, or of becoming the reason for the violence that happened in the UK. They also accuse him of damaging the reputation of Pakistan.
Was he the only one who posted something like this? Do we know that?
No, he was not the only one, but according to the authorities, his account was one of the first ones that came up with misinformation, false information. According to this man, he basically picked in information from another website and retweeted, but his account and his tweet was widely shared. But I mean, we can't hold him responsible for what happened in the UK, but clearly the authorities believe that this fake information. Misinformation also sets an example of how far away, around 4,000 mil away from the UK, one person was doing something in his house, and that had created or fueled so much of tension in the UK.
Do we know what's going to happen next? Is he going to be charged in some sense? Could he be extradited? Seems quite extraordinary.
So the police has handed him over to federal investigation agencies that looks after receives cases of cyber violence, cyberterrorism. What we know that there is no extradition treaty between the UK and Pakistan. Probably he will be tried in Pakistan. He's expected to be presented in the court. But it seems that this man is now becoming a center of an international investigation. But so far it seems that authorities in Pakistan will be trying him.
Buse, remind our viewers how serious these riots were. These targeted Muslim communities after this rumor first came out.
I think this was one of the most serious riots that UK has faced in recent history, and unfortunately in these riots it was mostly the Muslim communities and people of color that were being targeted immediately after the attack. When this with this information was shared, we saw that there were attacks on the mosques, hotel housing asylum seekers. They were attacked and just made the Muslim communities and also people of color very, very vulnerable in the UK. Thanks for watching this video.